Warning: eating yogurt can make you evil. Viewers with discretion eat pudding. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Minecraft Stories and Stuff, Episode 5. We are here in my very first world I've ever created. This was back in, well, heck, I can't remember how early this was, but it was early on. This world was made back before there were different types of trees, back before there was a enchanting table, back before there was a bunch of stuff. In fact, that was back before you could stack food. Yes, before we had a food bar, you had to carry around each and every pork slice individually. This is the first world I made, and of course I've got a ridiculous quarry down there. That was back before I had any idea of what I was doing. Back before I knew how to make steps. Look at this, half steps. I know. Anyway, gotta be careful here because creatures are turned on. I just recently turned this into a server, so I had to spawn me a few items, just the bare necessities, some diamond stuff, and wow, back when you could use a ladder piece every other stair instead of every stair. I don't even think you can get up that anymore. I'm gonna have to make ladders before I can get up there. Anyway, last episode was a little bit weird. I want to apologize for that. Every once in a while I get in a weird mood, and really there's no... I heard a zombie. Really there's just no stopping it when I get in one of those moods.
This is the Mystical Overmind with an important message. Build a grid!
This subliminal message brought to you by the collective of beings with unholy powers and secret schemes, controlling your thoughts since the beginning of time.
Look at these chests here. The conversion did not go well in turning this old world into a server. Those chests are sticking through the wall. Look at the full-size chest. But it is sticking through the wall. Now where? And it is not one to open that one. I know I had a chest with some wood in it somewhere. Wow, this server is buggy. It didn't like converting this, apparently. Well, I guess I need wood to make a ladder. Hey, and I need to get up this ladder to make a ladder. That's not good. I might be stuck in the dungeon. My next release after this episode is up, I'm going to put together a clips show. I started timing out the clips to see how long it would be, and it would just be too long to wait till the end of the season to put a clip show together. Oh yeah, this was back before glass panes. Everything was glass squares. Oh wait, I have an exit this way. It's been a long time since I've been on this world, so you have to excuse me if I get lost. Gonna make some changes to the series. I think the dirty joke has played its course. It was funny for a while, mainly funny to me. I don't think it was funny to anybody else. But that's okay, because I'm mainly doing this for my own amusement. Speaking of my own amusement, we're up to 50 views on episode 1. And I'm not sure who went through and watched it a bunch of times, but I sure do appreciate it, because I certainly couldn't have had 50 people actually watching that show. Ooh, spider. Went through, I tried all kinds of stuff. This was back before experience, and the main reason to farm mobs originally was to get their stuff. So there was a little mob trap over there I was experimenting with. There's my sky castle. I think that uses ladders too, so I'm not going to be able to get up there. Oh, I know, I got stone. I'll just make a stone staircase. Alright, anyway, the changes I'm going to make to the show, I'm going to get rid of the dirty joke. And instead of doing a dirty joke every episode, I'm going to replace it with an angry rant or a weird question. Like well, I'll give you an example next episode. I'm going to do an angry rant today because I have one in mind. Something's been bugging me. I don't know why that won't open. That's just weird. Well, I'm just going to go right into the angry rant because it has been bugging me. I'm sick of these crappy apps of usually good websites. Like, well, I'm just going to go through the top 5. I got a top 5 apps that make me angry. At number 5 is the YouTube app on iPhone. YouTube app on iPhone. It locks up. It crashes. It makes me sign in every 5 minutes for no apparent reason. It just plain doesn't work very well. The resolution's crappy. You don't have nearly the options that you have if you went to the website. You can't play videos sequentially, which means basically you're you got to watch one video and load it up. It's slow as hell. It crashes. I probably went over the crashing part already, but crashing really annoys me. So that's an extra special rant. But yeah, number 5 on the list, the YouTube app for iPhone. While you go to the YouTube website, it's much better. It's got all kinds of options, including playlists, things like that. And I just think they could do better. They could do a lot better. Number 4 annoying apps is the Netflix app on iPhone. Now I understand these videos. You're taking big videos made for a movie screen or a TV screen, and you're putting down on a tiny little screen on an iPhone. But for God's sakes, you could do better than this. I mean, the thing crashes. Obviously, crashing, one of my big annoyances. I hate crashing. The sound cuts out sometimes for no apparent reason. You're just listening, and then all of a sudden it's quiet, and you can see the video still playing, but there's no sound. And the loading takes forever. You're sitting there watching the little dial load, and if you try to rush it, if you press on a link before it's done doing the loading, oh my God, you're just asking for trouble. And the worst, probably the worst thing about it is when you touch the screen to scroll down so you can look further down the queue, it flies. You could be gentle, just the most gentle touch, like, you know, you're caressing a wound on your pee-pee, that gentle, and it still flies to the bottom of the list. You're like, oh my God, no, I only wanted to go down one line. And you try to move it back up slowly, and it flies to the top. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Tell me they couldn't have play tested this and fixed that. Tell me they couldn't. Alright, the number 3 annoying app is the Yellow Pages app on my iPhone. I've downloaded 4 or 5 different Yellow Pages apps on my iPhone, and the loading time is so slow. It's so freaking slow that I could have looked it up in the Yellow Pages before I can get the app loaded to look up a phone number. I mean, it's ridiculous. And it crashes, and it doesn't even have all of the listings. You look up something on the iPhone, it'll give you something from 3 cities away when, you know, you have 5 of that same store in town. It's just ridiculous. None of the Yellow Pages apps for iPhone are worth a damn. The number 2 app that makes me annoyed and is YouTube on Xbox. Now I know they probably it's still early. They just released it recently, and people with Xbox Live have been begging for a YouTube app for a long time because watching YouTube on your TV is freaking awesome. But the app sucks. It makes you sign in all the time, and it's not even a normal sign-in. You can't just put in your username and password. You have to go to the website and approve the use of the YouTube app on the Xbox through the computer before you can use the one on the Xbox, and it keeps making you sign in. So you need your computer to watch the YouTube through your Xbox because it can't remember your stupid password. And then when you bring it up, if you watch a video and you want to change a different playlist, endless loading. Sometimes it just crashes and stops loading. I think it gave up on life. It really did. I was so looking forward to the YouTube app on the Xbox 360, and they finally came out with it, and it's crap. It's just crap. You can't work with it. You start watching something, you want to change it, it ain't gonna load. You have to back out to the Xbox home screen and then go back in. And then it usually makes you have to sign in again, which means you have to sign onto the computer to give it permission to go back and watch the video that you could have just watched if you could have just backed out of the menu and chosen another video. But when you back out of the menu, choose a different video, it just doesn't load. And I'm sorry. That one's getting me really angry. But the worst offender on my stupid malfunctioning apps of relatively good web pages or other functions like the yellow pages, the worst offender is Facebook. Facebook, it's slow, it crashes, it won't load properly. You have half of the options, and they don't work. You want to post a post on your Facebook, and all of a sudden it crashes, or it says can't do it, and it takes forever to get to that point, and then it won't get to that point, and it won't load. Sometimes it won't load. The endless loading screens. I hate endless loading screens. Oh, well, here I am ranting, and you guys are just staring at stairs. I'm so sorry. I should be going through this world and showing you the first world I ever made. But those apps, they just make me so angry that... Nah. Okay. That was my angry rant. That's an example of what's going to replace the dirty joke. I hope you appreciated it. Now I'm in a bad mood. I should have saved that for last. But it didn't. Okay, let's just move on. And maybe I can get myself in a better mood. The useless fact of the day is in some cultures, in this telling of Snow White, the dwarves are thieves. Didn't know that. Didn't care a whole lot about it, but I didn't know that. Wow, this is back before I learned to make furniture, apparently, too. Because there is nothing up here. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. I forgot about that. Anyway, this is my very first castle, my very first world. Little balcony out here. This is back before iron railings. So, oops.
This is Barry Manley back with an important news update. Today, Congress voted on a bill entitled the Super Good American Love, Harmony, and Prosperity Act. Even though neither the Congress nor the public were allowed to read the bill before or after passage, it was passed by a slim margin. Members of Congress who voted against it were labeled obstructionists who obviously hate America and black people by the bill's proponents. The Congressional Budget Office has rated the bill budget neutral based on an unpassed budget for 1893 that projects the economy to grow 500% in the next 15 minutes. Back to you.
We're gonna go on into the story of the day, and tell you about my encounter with the biggest spider I've ever seen. So it was 3 a.m. I'd been playing on the computer all night. I may or may not have been under the influence, but by this time it was wearing down. I was dragging, and my cat was making a ton of noise outside of my bedroom. And he does it anyway. He's a loudmouth. He's there, meow, 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 just constantly for like hours on end sometimes. But this time it seemed a little more urgent. So I went out of my bedroom because I really had to pee. And I looked up, and outside of my bedroom door, hanging on the wall, was the biggest spider. It was the size... Wow, that was interesting. I didn't hit escape. It was the size of like an alien face hugger to my cat. And my cat's got a big head. So it was a shockingly big spider. It had the black and yellow rings around its legs. I don't know what kind of spider it was, but I know that it should not have been that big. There's just no reason for a spider to ever get that big. Anyway, so I can't leave this giant spider. My cat's sitting down on the floor staring up at it like he's going to try to attack it. And this thing could eat my cat. It could eat it. And as much as he annoys me, I didn't want that to happen. So I went looking for something to squish it with. You know, and this is a big honking spider. I didn't want to get close to it. You know, I want to squish it, but I don't want to get bit, because it looks like that would hurt. So what I did was I went and looked around. I was like, phone book? Should I squish it with a phone book? I was like, no, I have to get too close to it, because it looked like it could jump. And like I said, it was honking big. So I went around and I saw a trash can. And I was like, the trash can, it could be big enough. It was like one of those little office trash cans. It was made of metal. I was like, I can squish it with that. I can stand it far enough back. And I reached out to squish it, and I missed. Oh my God, I missed. And it fell on the floor. And I swear to freaking God that this thing made a sound when it hit the ground. It was that big. It went, I mean, it wasn't a big sound. It wasn't like earth shaking. But if a spider can make a sound hitting the floor, it's too freaking big. So, anyway, I squealed like a girl. I squealed like a girl, just throwing my hands up, picked up my skirt, and ran into the kitchen living room area, and went around looking for something. I had to look for something because the thing was running into my bedroom, and I'm sorry, I did not want that thing in my bedroom. So I was looking for something to kill it with. And I found some ant spray. So I went around and I found it. I caught it before it got up like under my bed or something, and I sprayed it with ant spray and sprayed it with ant spray until the thing was like coated in a white foam. And it was still moving. And then I threw the phone book on top of it, and I swear to God, the phone book moved a little after I threw it on top of it. This thing was huge. Anyway, I finally got it killed. I threw it in the trash can, and to give you an idea of how big this spider was, I had a girlfriend that came over, and she would not use that bathroom. She would not use that bathroom because the carcass of the spider was in there, in that trash can. Just the carcass, the shriveled carcass of that spider in the trash can made her refuse to go in that bedroom. I mean, in that bathroom to use the bathroom. She went in the filthy back bathroom that I never cleaned, rather than go to the bathroom and near that spider's carcass. So, well, that's the story of the day. We got the angry rant of the day. Got the useless fact. Next episode is going to be a clips episode. I hope you like this. Subscribe if you did. If you didn't, subscribe anyway, because, come on, I only got 5 subscribers, guys. I need more than 5 subscribers. Oh, and buy my books on Kindle. The Yellow Crayon List and the Dreamer's Nights. If you don't have a Kindle, you can get the app for free, and that app does work. It is an awesome app. So anyway, see you guys next time. Appreciate you watching.